Well, folks, it's time to kick it old school. So you can feel cool. Give it to me, baby. Baby. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Panda Photographer, and this is a Cool Gadget product review. So what I'm about to share with you is a story for using this product for quite some time. In all honesty, there's been some caveats, there's been some malfunctioning, but overall it still does work. It does have its drawbacks and it does have its pros, which I try to explain in this one video, because I had this product for some time now and I haven't heard back from Cool Gadget, or aka X Cool. So when they did send me this product, it was one of their first transparent power banks. Now this power bank in particular is 127 watts, 2000 milliamp power bank. Now it is transparent, it looks great, it has a ventilation for those batteries because it does get hot, but it also has a LED function. So if I'm talking like you see now, like I'm doing a Knight Rider scene, well, this is my voice, and now you hear me in the flesh. So I just want to use this opportunity to review this product properly, and let me share some caveats that I've been having with this product, and let me show you some pros with this caveat. Now, I didn't write down everything particularly because, mind you, I remember everything that happens in real time when I'm using products. For instance, these ports, sometimes, mind you, when you plug something in, it doesn't actually detect right away. You have to wait a few seconds. Yes, each of these ports, the Type-C and the USB-A port. Mind you, this USB-A port is supposed to support 22.5 watts, but I was only to get a maximum of 18 watts out of it. So keep that in mind. This port, which is the in and out port entirely, this second port, USB Type-C port, does not charge the device. Only this port charges the device. I would wish both Type-C ports would charge in and out, but only one is in and out. This one supports 100-watt charging, not the full 127. You can use this for 100 watts and use this for the 22.5 watts or the 25 watts that it's supposed to give. So in combination, the same thing. If you're drawing out, you can use this as a 100 watt and this as a 25 watt as well, or 27 watt, whatever it draws. But I never pushed it to 127 watts because it only got to about 115 watts. And then I noticed that the device itself got hot to the touch. But other than that, the display is functional. It does work. But I noticed when you plug things in, sometimes it malfunctions, or sometimes it doesn't detect. Or when you plug in, let's say, smaller devices that don't have much of a current and has like maybe 1.5 amps of charging capability, I notice sometimes it doesn't connect. So you have to buy the right cable for your smaller devices. So I'm starting to notice some caveats when charging certain things. For instance, like I want to charge my iPhone, it waits about 15 seconds, then detects the phone, then it reboots the device to actually give it correct charging, mind you, wattage, which if you own an iPhone 14, 15, 16, and 17, it's 15 watt charging. It does that accurately or almost accurately to the point. So keep that in mind. So it is kind of accurate, but it does have its caveats. Now you got all types of color modes on this and light modes you can use. I don't really play around with this, but it's kind of cool that you have a light and you can change in different colors. I'm not sure. Yeah, see, you can change in different colors and all that jazzy. But let's talk about charging capabilities. It charges super fast. Let's say you had a 65 watt power brick. You can charge this 20,000 milliamp from 20% to 100% in no time. 0% to 100%, I notice it takes, mind you, when I am using a 65 watt charging brick, which I am using, I'm not using anything other than the 140 watt Python desktop, and I haven't used that for this, but I used the 65 watt wall charger for this. I noticed in about an hour's time, this charge is quick. Easy, not even less than an hour. So keep that in mind. Just, it's fast, it's capable, it works, but sometimes these ports don't detect your devices, and then sometimes if you want a hard reset, you gotta press the button down for about 10 seconds and the device will reset, see? So when it comes down to charging, I noticed that it does get hot to the touch, but this is why it has a ventilation system, because these batteries do get hot to the touch. Now, and they do have a fan in the back here. There is a fan in the back here. And it's not loud, actually. It's very, 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 very quiet, which is surprisingly. Now, you can stand this up if you wanted to. Lean it on the side, back. But on the side here, it shares that information. It literally says 127 watt, 200,000 milliamps. And you can see, and then, mind you, if you can read this, I want everyone to try to read this, that it does say what ports are supported and how many watts and amps you can get out of each port. So, and for my instance, I get 5 amps when I'm charging super fast, fast devices. I get super 5 amps all the time. It's been consistent on a basis, but you have that 20% where it malfunctions and doesn't detect the device. You got to keep plugging it back in until it detects it, especially headphones. Been charging my Bose headphones, and that is a type USB-A, right? To micro. These are my Comfort Quiet 35 Mark IIs. It doesn't sometimes want to detect it. So what I have to do half the time is just plug the type C, mind you, USB type A into the type A port on my wall charger and charge my headphones. But if I'm on the go and I need to charge my headphones, this device might not be reliable for it because it sometimes doesn't detect it. And then when it does detect it, mind you, it does shut itself off, which is great. But I felt like it had phantom power, like it was draining the devices too. So keep that in mind. So I've been noticing that. But this is my experience, cool gadget with your device. It's a pretty cool power bank. It really functions. I would say I would rate this a B minus, because there's been some caveats when charging, and then when I want to charge it, and then when I am charging the device, it just shuts off too early. And this may not be a caveat, but when it does shut off early, I noticed on my iPhone 14 Pro, it always wants to shut off at 86%, 88%, right? And then I noticed it does have a cap, like it does detect if your phone's battery is at its maximum, and it would turn itself off. But sometimes, like, I'm not sure if that's accurate or not. And I haven't been clearly testing that particular feature, but I noticed on all of my devices, it literally turns itself off. It literally does calculate if your device does support, what is that, over voltage protection. So this does have some type of over voltage protection, and that's a great thing about it. But I would like to see my phone at least charged to 90%, 95% on a one charge, instead of checking it and not being very paranoid about if it's charging my devices or not. And I've been very paranoid if it does, because sometimes it doesn't. So, or it just turns itself off. But with that said, everyone, I've been having a great time with this power bank. I had it for about a couple of months. I think I had it since spring of 2025. And I want to say thank you to Xcool or Cool Gadget, whatever you want to go by these days. I want to say thank you for sending this product out. But this is my own independent review. I'm not an influencer. I'm just a reviewer. These are my thoughts. Cool Gadget has not told me what to say about their product. This is just my independent review. I think it's still a power bank to pick up for a B- power bank. It does work. It's efficient. It does shut your devices off, but it may not. It may shut your device off at the percentage that you don't want it. So you may want to check up on that. Other than that, everybody, it's been great. Thank you, Cool Gadget, for sending this product to me. But this has been the X-Cool or Cool Gadget 127 milliamp hour, 127 watt, 2000 milliamp power bank. So with that said, everyone, thank you for watching. Talk to you guys in the next one. See ya.